Yeah, I don't know how people build vans for a living. This is not enjoyable. Everybody makes it look so easy on YouTube.
Hey, I'm Issa and I'm learning to convert this van all by myself while traveling out of it as much as possible.
Welcome back to another episode of Stuff Is Not Going As Planned. So I ran out of wire. I couldn't finish my pre-wiring yesterday, which means I cannot finish the ceiling. Even though I went out to buy more supplies, I can't find the wire I need locally, so I have to wait for it to get shipped by Amazon. So today the plan is cabinets. I need to use my days as I have them because it's already in the 90s. It's already getting hot. And I can't put my air conditioning in until I have some things on the ceiling done, because then I'll have room to work the ceilings, and then I can put my bed in, and then I can put the kennel in, and then I can put the air conditioner, the evaporator in. Okay, I'm gonna try scribing now. Also, I am wearing a house coat because I have most of my stuff packed or in storage that's going to end up in the van, and I don't have any sweatshirts because it's been in the 90s, but it's just a little chilly right now. And yes, I'll be running the fan because it does get so hot in the afternoon still. I'm trying to like pre-cool as much as I can. I guess I want a cabinet on each rib. That should get it consistent, right? Oh, Lord. I don't understand. That I think I don't know what I'm doing. I definitely don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning. If I just hold my hand in one position. Okay. Let's start there. There's one corner. We're making this work. Just use the pieces of tape I got ready for wiring yesterday that I couldn't use because I ran out of wiring. Okay, well now I gotta figure out cabinet length. Anyway, I'm not sleeping well, so we're on coffee cup number 2, which is technically like number 3 because my first one's always so big. So the good news is template works for 2 of them. I think it needs to end here, my cabinet. Whoa. That should be fine. Okay, last thing you guys need to do is watch me figure stuff out. So there's not going to be anything to see here because that's all I freaking do is figure stuff out, I think. I can't make just like a straight square template work to where I need it to. So I'm taking a scrap piece, and this is what worked on the other one too, but I thought, oh, it's my first time, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm taking a scrap piece and doing one side, and I'm just doing the wall. And then another scrap piece, and I do the ceiling. And then I have the base piece, which is gonna have the length of the cabinets I want. And then I'm taking my scrap pieces and taping it to the base. The base. And then I just tape the template together. And probably this is not the best way to do it, but no matter how I tried to like scribe and put things up, I just couldn't get the bigger piece of square to whittle down appropriately. So this is working better for me. All of my pieces though are pretty warped. because I was not thoughtful enough to say something when I picked them up from Home Depot. I saw how work they were, but because my discomfort in like speaking up to people like, oh, you gave me a super freaking warped piece of plywood, I won't make that mistake again. I will speak up because my floor was warped. That caused me issues. These are warped still because it's the same piece and I want to use them up. No pain. Me, I'm the pain. I should have said something. I double checked my template. I also had lunch. And I need to make 2 of the same template and then 1 of each of the other. So I mapped out and made sure that my edge was straight. So I have a 90-degree here. And so I'm just going to take my template down. Because I don't want it to move. You know, honestly, what's the worst that could happen? I have a bad cut and I have to cut something again. But if that's the worst thing, like, this whole process is to learn, right? To learn, to grow, to have somewhere to live. Let's jigsaw this baby. Looks really good. Happy dance doesn't look good. So I got I got all of my templates cut out, and they all fit. And I tried one without painter's tape to see how it would do with tear out. And it did better with painter's tape. It's all right, but no one's gonna see it. Okay, I know the fan is loud, but it's freaking hot, so I need something in here. So I hope you can hear me beyond the fan. I'm gonna talk a little louder, but these are the templates that I cut out. So I'm gonna have 4 total. So one of them goes here, and what I'm doing is I'm just marking where I plan on having the crossboards come through to support it. So I plan on having 2 up here and then 2 here. So 1 is going to obviously mount to the bottom, and then 1 I want on track with this line here because I'm going to put a plus nut there, and then 1 I want to go in line with this plus nut, but it's going to go to this one. I have to put the plus nuts in, but at least I'll know where I will need a grab point on this board.
Welcome back to another day of I have no idea what I'm doing. So I did get some supplies. I've got this 1x2, which is actually just, what is that? It's 3/4 by 1.5. It's 8 feet long, and I thought I knew what I was doing with the cabinets, and I realized I have no idea. I've had to rethink things. I made it more complicated. I made it way more complicated than I need to, I think. I'm going to try to salvage the templates that I took all that time working on, and we'll see what we do. We'll see what I do. Riker's never helping me. I'll see what I do.
Okay, I just took my lunch break, and I'm also reading a book called Nowhere for Very Long, and I hope I don't say your name wrong because I always see it written, so I don't know how it's pronounced, but Brianna Medea. So I just read the part about her dog, if you know anything about her. So I'm super I just totally bawled. I took my lunch break to eat some Mexican street corn and cry my eyes out reading a good book. It's a really good book, but I don't have time to wait till I depuff. I really want to finish cabinets today. I hope I can. I came up with a plan though. I think I know what I'm doing. It's basically a combination between what I've seen Linnea do and 7 Savage, and I think that's going to work best for what I'm dealing with right now. And this is just a scrap piece of 1/2-inch plywood, and my dimensions are 12 deep by 67 long. I forgot, you're supposed to wear a respirator when you're cutting wood. Maybe not this intense. So I've got my board and to know where I want it to hang out at, I've been using the lipstick trick on bolts and stuff, but I'm not getting anything precise. And I saw 70 Savage do a cool thing with Play-Doh, and I'm totally gonna steal that idea too. My sister, thankfully, has a child, so I get to be an aunt, which means they give me goodies like Play-Doh when I need them. I'm just putting a piece of Play-Doh on the areas where, roughly where the bolts will go. Well, that didn't work out nicely at all. Could not figure out how to make the Play-Doh stick. So can you see that? I taped it. Just tape each little bit. Got my marks and the tape work. And mark each of the holes.
I'm on day 2 of cabinet builds, so I hope it's really the last day for the main cabinet part. I'm going to worry about face and lids at a later date because I just need to get these up, get that part done. So last night at the end of the build, one of the holes I drilled for my support beam just ended up being too far off. So I just made, with all of my sawdust that I shave and a bunch of glue, I made some wood filler, and then I just plug this up. I'll sand this little rough bit down, and now I'm going to re-drill the hole where it should be. I had quite the adventure trying to get the holes to line up, even though I used the Play-Doh and I pre-drilled. The board is warped, maybe that's why. I don't know, I'm just having a hard time with the holes being very precise. Even though I let it dry overnight, it's actually still a little moist in the middle. But it's okay, I'll let this dry a little bit more. I am very happy with this one piece of wood. So I used a line that's on the van to help me get this level, so to speak. So see how there's a natural line here? So my next board will go here, but they came in 8 feet, so I did this one the full 8 feet, and then I'll do another board and attach it to those 2 plus nuts, but it's much shorter. That looks about maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet. But look, isn't that nice? A nice straight board. You would not know that it was warped. This side flipped, like curved outward, but I've got it in place. So this is what the cover's gonna sit on. Yay! Okay, I think I'm getting this. I think. But now now that I've got these 2 boards set, and this feels really strong, I've got some looseness here, but it's gonna be strengthened by the fact that there's boards there. But I want to take these down. I'm going to put my Easy Cool up and hopefully hang my cabinets then. I noticed an immediate difference in like touching the wood and like this to here. Huge difference. This very much feels worth it.
So I got a little turned around with what I was doing. I put this up first, and I actually meant to put my mini cell up that I had cut back in like September when I started the van build. I've had this ready, but for other reasons, I'm like, I gotta work on the roof. I gotta do this, that, and the other. So I'm finally putting this up, and I kind of got turned around on how I'm doing my insulation. I put this up first. It's fine. I mean, whatever. They're both gonna get where they need to go. I'm not gonna go back and change it. But the difference, okay, so the difference between touching here, it's like, oh, okay, it's warm. And touching here, it's like hot. It's like, oh, yeah, like I don't want to sit here and rest my hand on it. But this, it's like fairly warm. It's like not even as warm as like a heating pad or a heating blanket on low. It's just you notice that there's not coldness there. So yeah, I'm all for the easy cool. To use the hole saw well, I have to start it spinning fast and then go in. My bit wants to keep hooking, so I have to get it high speed and then get my drill in. So I get my pilot hole, then that, get it up to speed before it even hits the wood, then it'll go in.
Can you see up right about here? I tried to do a pocket hole and it shredded out. I've had the worst luck with this Craig Jig pocket hole. The board, I don't know if you can tell, but it's warped. I thought it was so slightly warped that I'd be able to fix it. I was able to fix most of it. And, you know, it's an imperfect adventure, so why not an imperfect cabinet? This shelf is also crooked. I tried to get it so that it would not be, but it's what it is, right? I'm actually pretty happy with them overall. I've got all of the Easy Cool up there, and so I had to take the whole thing down and attach the end dividers to the long board that I had put up there with plus nuts. Then so I secured this board to these boards with the screws going down because the pocket hole wasn't working. Then this piece and this piece were free floating, so I did pocket holes into the board up this way on each side, but first from underneath the cabinet I did screws, and everything is screwed and glued in. So next I just have to figure out how to do cabinets, and then I have to repeat something to get cabinets over there. I am not looking forward to any of the upper cabinets. I think I might have thought a way to do the next set that's going to go over the bed. Hopefully we'll make it a little better. The good news about these cabinets, they are super strong. They ended up being really sturdy, so I'm very happy with that at least. It was a real pain. It was a real pain. It took a lot longer than I thought. 2 days. 2 solid days of full days, 12-hour days working on them.
I think I don't know what I'm doing. I find very little about a van build easy. The wrong way to do everything.
No, sorry, I don't need to record. Oh my god, I was recording the whole time. Where do you want to go? Why don't you watch me from over here, huh? It always helps to have a battery, but also a battery with a charge.
It's like a whole bunch of little nipples.
I think I finally figured it out. With the help of YouTube. I'm upside down. Why are we upside down? This lens looks dirty. I don't know if that's gonna make a big difference.